The West Africa Competitiveness Program, known as WACOMP, kicked off 5 years ago with 6.2 million euros funded by the European Union. The goal of the WACOMP project was simple: supporting SMEs and facilitating their ability to export products in 3 value chains: tropical fruits such as mangoes and pineapple, cassava, and the shea butter, mostly for cosmetics.
The project really worked with a unique approach, which we call the 5 C's of competitiveness. The first C, we say coordinate. We appreciate and we understand the fact that there are a lot of donors and there are a lot of actors within the space that we work in, within the 3 value chains. So the project sought to work with all actors within the process, tried to complement each other, build synergies so we can achieve something together.
In terms of value chain development for our small businesses, WACOMP has been very instrumental in building capacity for value chains in cassava, cosmetics, and fruits.
The second C of competitiveness we call compete. And compete, we realize that we're working with SMEs, and there are a number of SMEs scattered all over, and one SME cannot be competitive. So we work with a cluster approach. In geographical locations, we have common interests so that we work together with these SMEs and help them build competitiveness in terms of sourcing of materials, in terms of production, in terms of product development, so that they will be competitive within the national and the international market.
Clusters were mainly categorized into 3 per the geographical location. So we have the northern cluster, the middle cluster, and the southern cluster. In the northern cluster was mostly raw material like the shea butters, seed oils that were used in cosmetics. Then in the middle cluster, they add value. So a lot of them purchase the raw shea butter and seed oils from the north and then add value to it. They also produce black soap. In the southern cluster, they harness all these raw materials and add even better value to it.
I had the opportunity to attend the UNIDO-WACOMP Share Best Quality Best Practices training in WA. We are currently at our processing center, Pagalagahe, where we've trained over 200 of them. And then currently they are now getting quality shea butter as compared to what they used to get. Our women were processing using traditional methods, which actually affects the yields of their products. But for the training and then a bit of support we've given them, they are able to increase their yield. Women used to process an average of 5 kg maximum shea nuts into 3 kg butter within a period of 3 days. Then we intervene with provision of machines, a crusher and a miller. Then afterwards, a woman can now produce up to 85 kg of shea nut into 32 kg of shea butter. This has actually increased the yield of the woman and then also increased their revenue of up to 15%. For the quality assurances we have, our women can now demand more premium from clients because they are aware of the certified quality principles they are working with.
Timin kasebia dwawe kura unimu asem na yede ho dom no mo boaye ntete adikire ko sukuo na chase no ye doba nche kura eka ba ko yenya bikura kia ba ko ba se so mo kire ama eka ba ko ne timinya kia mienu ne fa bikura miensa
ahyase ne ye adwuma no ye yese ne epe kware ye fa so ye adwuma no ya hote ne na e wo fam kakra na mo ko training so ema yehu hawa yede no man betoto ama yedwuma no ho ate gale ne so ana yaka mo kire ma gale no fe no quality no eye mo no ade ba kom san kire kan gale a yede no ma frafra biti se nido milo sugar nti 45 gale so ma kire coconut ama ne mo kosku no obi atam so be kosku a was someone 45 gale mama.
We were able to be very profitable from in financial management training, bookkeeping, e-marketing, access to funding, so many of them that I want to just mention a few.
The third C is conform. That is also to build network and associations and then regulatory bodies to be competitive in terms of quality management, in terms of product registration, and anything that concerns quality within their production cycle.
If you look at the totality of the program, and like we're trying to pick some of the C's within the 5 C's, that for me and for AGI, the biggest impact has been the Conform aspect, because the quality management systems, the food safety management systems, the GMPs that were done with ISO 22716, these were standards that were needed, that were key, okay, and are still key to the core of business.
We work in 2 main prongs, with the SMEs and also with the regulatory bodies. With the SMEs, we took these SMEs through various processes, such as good manufacturing practices, product development, product registration.
We've made so many attempts at registering with FDA, but we realized we couldn't meet their requirements, so we just let go. But with support from WACOMP, we have gotten opportunity to register 4 of our products.
With the 2 regulatory bodies, GSA and FDA, we built capacity in these institutions. We also supported them with equipment in their labs so that they would also be able to support testing for products that are developed.
Just right behind me, you can see the fume hood which UNIDO gave to GSA, and this has been one of the things that we cherish most.
The program supported the cosmetic lab to be accredited to 17025 ISO in 2021. They trained the staff in the use of the equipment, and then also trained the staff in the measurement, calculation of measurement uncertainty, and then other related subjects.
We now in position to analyze samples for most women into share products.
We've had a very fruitful collaboration with the UNIDO-WACOMP project, where we've received technical support in terms of training for our lab technicians, and also receiving some equipment, reagents, and glassware, all to facilitate the support that we provide to the food industry.
The WACOMP project has been instrumental in helping us achieve a remarkable milestone of obtaining an ISO 17025 international accreditation for testing labs. Thus, we have become the first university to achieve an ISO international accreditation in the country, the first department in any university to achieve this, and the first laboratory within the middle and northern belt of the country with the scope of analysis.
We have supported about 5 SMEs to put together what we call the product information file. This product information file will help them to be able to sell on the European market.
One of the biggest things that WACOMP granted to me was to help us to do our PIF documents, which gives us kind of like an easy passage into the European market.
PIF has been really one of the greatest and major support for us. With this, we've been able to ensure that our raw materials are really sourced from people who have the right MSDS, material safety data sheets. And then we also check the necessary requirements of the various ingredients and of the various raw materials.
The project also liaised with the Ghana Standards Authority, and now we have 14 new cosmetic standards. Previously, we didn't have such standards as black soap, bar soap, liquid soap, or even specific shea butter-based products. But now we have all these standards.
The 4th C is about connect. And connect, we're talking about marketing, how the products that are developed by SMEs would sell on the market, either locally or internationally.
Some of the activities that we had to come in to support these SMEs in terms of marketing is to help them understand the target audience that they are having these productions for.
Through WACOMP, we got a consultant who worked on getting the Lamshare website much more visible, and we are receiving orders daily across the globe.
They were able to link us to an expert who was able to design a new label in rebranding our products.
We've been working closely with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. A number of the SMEs and apex bodies we work with have participated in both national and international fairs.
We jointly or collaboratively organized the WACOMP Made in ECOWAS Fair in Accra, which was also very successful. We covered the 3 value chains of cassava, cosmetics, and then the processed fruits.
One of our biggest highlights in our association with UNIDO-WACOMP has been the opportunity to participate in trade fairs. What stands out for us is that these exhibitions have given us the opportunity to market our brand to a wider audience.
I'm in Northern region, but through WACOMP, I've been sent outside like to Accra and other places to exhibit my product. It has given me the opportunity to network with other people and to also come into contact with potential buyers.
We were sponsored by WACOMP to go to Spain for an in-cosmetic fair. That gave us the opportunity to meet accredited companies that had essential oils, that had natural oils, accredited labs as well. We also had the opportunity to also meet packaging companies that had biodegradable sort of packaging.
The 5th C we call credit. And for credit, we work with various financial institutions to accompany them to be able to have access to reach these SMEs who sometimes are in places that financial institutions will ordinarily not go to these places.
Now, this credit component has 2 angles to it, or 2 legs. One part of it is the subcontracting matching scheme, and the other is the access to finance.
And I also have had the opportunity of benefiting from the merchant grant. I happen to be one that has like good passable packaging, so participating in that makes it possible for me to improve my packaging bring all the solutions right here to Ghana, so that instead of importing containers and containers of packaging, we can have it all done here on my premises.
Within the mango industry, we suffer a lot of post-harvest loss, and this was an issue we wanted to address. So through our interactions with WACOMP, we were supported on the subcontract matching scheme to acquire a dryer to reduce our post-harvest loss. So through that is we decided to invest in a solar dryer in efforts to be sustainable. Since acquiring the dryer, we are able to dry up to a ton of fruits a day.
Crystal was trained through our subcontracting matching scheme to diversify its product, and they took the lessons, developed the market for high quality cassava flour, and have been able to push the high quality cassava flour as a composite for bread making and also for the production of other confectionaries.
In 2021, UNIDO and WACOMP gave us to CSIR, who came to train us on how to process fresh cassava tubers into high-quality cassava flour. And with the high-quality cassava flour, we have further processed it now into cassava bread as a composite for cassava bread, for cake, and also chips and cookies. We have grants in Mampong, we have grants in Kumasi, in Accra, even at the mall, Kumasi Mall, they are all calling us for the cassava bread, and now it is cheaper. It is also heavier, and it is very sweet. Apart from that, it is gluten-free. It is very nice. It is also worth the money, because they don't buy it very costly, so people rush at it.
For the pineapple cluster, mechanization for land preparation was a major problem to the cluster. As a result, a tractor with a harrow disc was purchased for the cluster to help them plow more land for cultivation.
Before presently, we were using manual weeding for land preparation and other things, but as a result of the purchase of the tractor, land preparation has become easy. We plow the fields for the farmers, and they are able to plant on time. The burden on us to produce with difficulties has now been taken away by the presence of the tractor.
The yield increased at the end of the project from as low as 1.4 tons per acre to 5 tons and over per acre.
We were also one of the beneficiaries of the subcontracting matching grant from UNIDO, which allowed us to install a essential oil distillation unit at our factory in the north of Ghana.
R&R has been supported to purchase an essential oil extractor with a biomass, and this is innovative in the sense that most cosmetic producers have to import essential oils, which is a very critical ingredient in their production. This will significantly reduce the cost these SMEs have to incur in importing these essential oils.
And yes, this program has been beyond expectations, I think, of everyone here at the EU delegation in Ghana, and I would like to sincerely congratulate our colleagues from UNIDO for having implemented it to such a high effectiveness and high quality. Big thank you the UNIDO team, and also for working with us hand in hand.
At this stage, I would like to thank the UNIDO and the Ministry of Trade and Industry teams. You have met and exceeded your expectations on this project. WACOMP will forever stand as proof that investment in SMEs, agribusiness and private sector development is a win for local entrepreneurs, for the government and for the people of Ghana, as well for our partnership with the European Union. For that, I thank you.
The overall outlook for these SMEs is that their product development skills have been enhanced. These SMEs have new products, they are able to access new markets and also consolidate their presence in existing markets. In all, I can say confidently that WACOMP has contributed immensely in building their competitiveness for export.